Okay, so we've got a problem. Mr. Wilson wants us to paint like this, but this is what we've got. He says, get rid of your outlines, make the bottle look clear. But how do I make it look clear? When I drew it, I kind of sketched it out with some blue paint. He told me don't sketch it out with white paint because I had big, thick white lines. And now I sketched it out with blue paint, and I have big, thick blue lines. The problem is I painted with a thick brush and full paint. I should have used a thin round brush and watered the paint down. So what I'm going to show you is how to use the background color to push back against this blue. And I'm taking this opportunity to pay attention to the shape of the bottle, and I'm reshaping it a little because there are a couple things here that I missed the first time. The bottle's not perfectly straight on the sides. There's a little indent under the shoulder and a little indent before the foot. So I can kind of show that shape a little bit better if I take my time and look at things. So then I'm going to start painting inside the bottle with the same color. And why am I painting inside the bottle? Well, I'm painting inside the bottle because the bottle is clear, so I can actually see the color of the table through the bottle. And so that's super important. Remember before I told you paint the table and everything first if your bottle's super clear. And if you had done that, then you would have been able to lightly paint in with dark and light lines. But now we're in trouble and we've got to just save what we've got. So this is how we're doing it. Slowly using the paint color from the table to kind of obliterate our lines and push back with some simple shapes. You'll notice that the part of the bottle that's facing me more, I'm going to go ahead and use a lighter version of the table color because I'm looking straight through it at the table as opposed to the right side that the light's getting quite a bit more bent. And so it looks a little darker on the right side. Trying to cover it up, push back against that blue, but I'm still letting the main structure and my lines show through, so I really have an idea of what I'm painting. My neck with those thick heavy lines, the neck of the bottle was a little too thick, so I'm using the paint to push those lines in. Here you can see I am just pushing a little further with some lighter color. Further getting rid of those lines. My blue lines are pretty much completely gone. They're kind of showing here and there a little bit, and that will give my underlying drawing kind of a blue cast because I'm not going to completely get rid of all of them. So here I'm going to water down kind of a dark gray color, and with that color watered down, I'm going to kind of observe some of the bigger, harder patches. So this kind of like place where the background color dark is getting bent. I'm going to kind of paint the background color should be pushed down a little, so I'm pushing down that background line and overlapping the table with that dark color so it lines up with the bottle a little better. Catching some of those hard shadow lines. Paint is watered down using a curved stroke because really that part of the top of the bottle is really a cylinder. It's not going to be flat lines, it's going to be curved lines. Getting these shadows in here through the neck, unusual shaped shadows running down the side. Trying to observe some of these shapes. Not painting it real hard and dark, letting the paint be loose. observing and painting. Adding some medium gray in here. Some of these darker areas, I don't want them too dark. I'm not trying to make anything up, just trusting my eyes and painting what I see. Now I'm going to switch gears a little bit here. Get some light colors here, and I'm going to water them down. It's not just pure white, although it's going to be pretty strong white. Painting the lights in that I see. Trying to think about what I'm observing. Mixing some color for some shadow on the table. So I've pretty much gotten rid of all those thick, heavy outlines, pushing and pulling, lights and darks, using the color of the table. I'll come back in and redefine some of that table color, use that to make it a little more continuous with the background. Yep, and that's how I would just get rid of my thick, chunky outlines when painting. Alright, good luck, guys.